Okay, good morning, guys. What's globalization? What does this word mean? What do we mean by globalization? Now, to know more about globalization, we're gonna watch the video here.
Globalization is a widely discussed topic. It is therefore not all that easy to explain such a complicated term in simple words. Let's start from the beginning with the background to globalization. Advances in technology, such as mobile phones, aeroplanes, telephones, and the internet, have made the growth of transport and communication networks possible. Amongst other things, this means that people and countries can exchange information and goods more quickly and in a less complicated way. This process is called globalization. Globalization comes from globe and means the worldwide coming together of countries and nations. Let's look at an example. Companies used to manufacture products in their home countries, just like the companies Profi TV and Supercolor, who produce televisions in country A. Their products are in direct competition with each other, but both companies pay the same salaries and production costs. They have the same customers, use similar suppliers, and sell televisions at similar prices. In short, the same conditions apply to both companies. So far, so good. Due to technical, cultural, and economic developments that have come about through globalization, other companies which manufacture products under different conditions can now offer their products in country A too. That's why a company from country B can sell televisions here at a lower price because they were produced for less. The local firms Supercolor and Profi TV have to react to withstand the competition. And so the world grows closer together, and there is an active exchange of goods between countries. More affordable products are available for more people. However, not only does an exchange of products and economic goods take place, but also of services, knowledge, cultural goods, and even languages. All of these individual elements are closely linked and influence each other. But where there is light, there is also shadow. Because of globalization and this intense exchange of goods, people and the environment often suffer. If a company decides to move production to an economically disadvantaged country, people in industrialized countries lose their jobs. At the same time, job opportunities open up to many locals in the economically disadvantaged country. Many people in these countries work for very little money in comparison to those in industrialized countries. Therefore, they often remain poor and more often than not do not have sufficient insurance, social insurance, or health insurance cover. A further disadvantage of globalization is ecological problems such as climate change. The use of aeroplanes, ships, and lorries to transport goods over international borders is constantly on the increase. This causes more carbon dioxide to be released into the atmosphere, which, in turn, is the main cause of global warming. Even national environmental standards are ignored. This is a further cost factor in the worldwide international site competition, which should be kept as low as possible to be attractive for a company. There are therefore many sides to globalization, which affect almost all aspects of life, causing me to think that the chain of positive and negative effects will continue to grow further. What's important is to realize that globalization itself is neither good nor bad. It just depends how people deal with all the new possibilities in the future.
Okay, guys, to summarize what she said in the video, guys. She said that globalization is when people can communicate, when they can exchange goods, when they can travel from one place to another, when they for example, she told me that the telephones, the cell phones, and the airplanes made communication much easier, and this is the main cause of globalization. Now let's move to the next page. What does it mean by global? What does it mean to be to be global? Now, some of you guys told me that to be global is means that you can travel to other countries, you can have different languages where you can communicate with other communities, with other people in different countries. To be for another example, guys, you told me about is that when the country can let's say export or import goods from and to different countries, bring and send goods to and different countries. Okay. Now, what things you can use in what things you use sorry made in foreign countries? You told me, guys, that we have different things that we use, like the laptops, like the cars, like the headphones, like the games that we always playing, like the pens, the sharpeners. Most of them, guys, are made in different countries. Talal told me that most of the things that he use are made in China. For example, the sharpener and the pencil that he's using. So these are the things that we're using that are made in foreign countries. Now, what things you will use when you can just buy and use local products? What things we can use? Do you think that you're gonna use the same things that you're using now? For example, as I told you guys, that your teacher's car is Mazda car, and this car is made in Japan. If I just can use the local products, can I use them as a card? No. So do you think they're gonna have a lot of options for things I'm gonna use, I'm gonna buy? Of course not. Just because my country will not be uh, uh, global. Global. When the country is global, it means that I can buy things that are made in foreign countries. Now, if your government if your government decided not to be global anymore, will you buy or use products from China and other foreign countries? Now you can see that these products are made in foreign countries, different foreign countries. Some of them are Chinese, some of them are Japanese, some of them are Koreans, etc. So, do you think that if your government decided not to buy, do you think that you're gonna own, you're gonna use these things if your country decided that you can't use anything from any products from foreign countries? Of course not. You will not be able to use these ones because your country will not be global anymore. Is it good or bad to be global? Now, some of you guys told me that, for example, ES told me that it's good to be global, and globalization is good, and we need to make it to keep it good forever. Okay, because sometimes now, ES told me that because of the trucks, the ships, the planes that they're using to transport for transportation and to transport goods, for example, from different countries. This causes what smoke, and this smoke is causes the increase of what Khalid told me, carbon dioxide. Okay, and this is a very bad thing for the globe. It affects the globe, and it causes what the global warming or pollution. Now, today's wisdom, globalization means we have to re-examine some of our ideas. We have to recheck our ideas. We have to make sure um, we know well our ideas, and we know well other communities' ideas, and look at ideas from other countries, from other cultures, and open ourselves to them. Now it's better, guys, to look at the people, the way they live, the way they think, the way they develop the countries, the way they make or produce things that are useful for the community, and for the people across the world, to learn from them, and to try give them things that we are perfect in, for example. And that's not comfortable for the average person. This is not good, not good for the one who is not really, who doesn't really want to be perfect. Thank you, guys. Do the homework. 137 140.